Hey, peace viewers and subscribers, welcome back again. Basically, going to do another review or comments on a PCI Express E riser cable. Now, I have quite a bit of mixed feelings with these, and some things that you should be aware of, and some things you should keep an eye on when you are using these cables. So basically, you'll see here it comes in. There's your PCI riser card slot, and basically you can. Some cases will come with a plastic uh, part that you attach to this, so it gives it a more cleaner look, and you can just put it on by putting that screw in, and then the plastic part goes on, and it looks a little more cleaner. Now, the only thing is you really don't need it. You can use it without that as well. Now, the thing I've run into, this is probably my third one that I've purchased. So, what happened is I went to go put another GPU in my system, a secondary one. So I figured, I will use the riser cable and that there. Now, basically, it does come with a cover on the end as well. You just take that off right there, and it exposes it. Then you just plug it into available PCI Express slot. And this here, there's no special clamps or anything. You just put it in, and it just clamps down. And what I was doing to finish my story, basically what happened is that I didn't have the card seated in all the way in, and what happened is that the 3-inch slot video card was so heavy that it pulled two of these right out of the slot. It just literally ripped her out. So basically, that's the only thing you gotta be concerned about. Make sure you don't drop your GPU, or not drop it, or you kind of grab it before it drops. That'd be one thing you should be looking out for. If you feel like you're not handling it carefully enough, basically handle it more carefully, because these are very I find they can be very easy to damage. So that's kind of one thing that I've noticed with these riser cables that you have to be careful of. Now, if I was to do this again, when I put it back in, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to plug the cord this here. I'm not going to plug this into the video card. You can plug this into the motherboard, but I'm not going to plug the end into the video card. I'm going to put the GPU in, screw it down with the two screws, and then push this the ribbon cable on the bottom of the GPU to avoid this cable getting damaged. And these cables can be expensive, and they're not cheap to be just willy-nilly replacing these all the time. So that's one other. Is there anything else I can think of that I came across that you should be aware of? The other thing too as well, you do see that these all are separated. Now, I got a little bit of a mixed feeling with that being like that. Now, that's fine and dandy if you're going into a kind of a spot that's going to be somewhat a smooth transition, that it shouldn't be a problem. Now, what I found with these being like that, sometimes some of them will hang high a little bit, and if you're not careful, not paying attention where you duct this cable into, there is a good chance that your other GPU, if you have more than one in there, could grab it and damage the cable. So I would prefer if it wasn't broken up in all those slots and it was just all one piece instead of slotting it. I would prefer if it was just all one piece, so that to be less chance that they would separate. They would just all have the same height and the same evenness, so that basically you have less chance that that cable could rise up and then hit a GPU fan, a case fan, something along that line, which is another thing that you should avoid. Now, another thing as well, make sure you get the right length that's required for the application, because if you do use this cable a lot and you try to bend it in more than like 2 or 3 ways, you're going like this and like that and then turning it, and it just doesn't work that way. And the other thing too is, if you start binding up the cable as well, I don't know if it's a myth myself. I think it's a myth myself, but they're saying if you take something or twist something like that has electronic signal coming through it, that you will cause a buildup of heat on the cable, and then it could cause damage internally to heat as well. So I haven't run into that problem before, but I've seen people run into that problem before. But and the other thing as well, with this end on it, when you're buying it, some of these will plug this way into the bottom of the video card. It depends on your situation. I went with the elbow like this, so the cable has to be this way in order for the GPU to go into the top. The other one, it's the cable goes in and it plugs into the GPU from the bottom, and it doesn't have that clip for the to hold the GPU in, but it's not holding the GPU anything in your CPU cases. Your desktop case is going to be able to support the GPU with the 2 or 3 screws. Depends on which thickness of a GPU that you have. Some have 2 screws, some have 3. Now, the other thing as well, you have to keep an eye out. These do come in 3.0 and 4.0. So make sure you're buying the right cable for your PC. You can use a 4.0 riser cable on the 3.0, and you can still use the 3.0 on a 4.0, but the problem with that scenario is you're not going to get the same performance that you would get out of a 4.0 riser cable. So, and then basically they do cover it in. It comes in a static bag. I don't know what's the need of a static bag, to be totally honest with you. There's really not much I find that could get damaged on this, why you would have to have it in a static bag. And basically, you can get this in white or black as well. And if you're interested in getting one of these at a good price, just send me a message, comment at the bottom. And if you did like this video and would like to see more, comment, hit like and subscribe. My next objective and goal is to get 200 subscribers. Support me today so I can meet my goal. And this is Gadget signing out. Same Gadget channel, same Gadget time. Peace!